Jensen. Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchaea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
So, welcome back everyone for this next instalment of Deus Ex Human Revolution. Joining me as always is Mr. DJB.
Hello.
I like that as soon as we saw a British flag, we heard you bloody go, hello!
I just had to pay tribute, pay reverence to our glorious nation. Yeah, of course. So, Panchaea.
Yeah.
Trying my best to remember this place, the ins and outs of it.
So, we're in a Hugh Darrow's little experiment to end global warming by putting a big hole in the ocean.
Actually, is that what's happening?
Well, I mean, we know it's a front, we know Hugh Darrow's there, and we know the game's gone a bit crazy, let's say.
Yeah, it went a bit bonkers with that last episode, and all the augmentees going a
Everything's good, wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually listened to the developers' commentary on this, and the reason why they did that is because they really like Resident Evil 4. The problem is Resident Evil 4 and the tone of Deus Ex don't mesh. One's very camp, silly, and jokey, and the other has been, so far, a conspiracy-ridden mystery.
Yeah, a very somber one at that, so, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, when writing, ow!
That was a bad idea.
Good thing I've got augmentations.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I guess you could just warp on the pipe if you don't get that, and bloody Christ. Ugh.
But the thing is, though, like, what possible augmentation could completely insulate you from that much electricity? That would kill anybody. What little organic matter there is on Jensen should be fried at this point.
David, it's EMPs and it's science fiction. People have
I thought it was
cyber limbs.
I thought it was open. I thought that was just open electricity there. Fair enough.
People are robots. People have blades hidden in their arms. You know, it doesn't have to make sense.
I know, but there is some consistency to all of it, at least.
Unlike the tone of this game.
Oh,
whoa.
Bringing it right on home. Look at that right there.
So we need to find Hugh Darrow and shut down the signal that's turning everyone with augmentations into zombies. Because the developers like Resident Evil 4, so they have to put it in the game about conspiracy theories.
I guess it at least builds up to a climax, so to speak. Like,
yeah, this is definitely a more difficult point in the game when you do face enemies, because it's basically spamming a bunch of enemies in one location where they're all facing different directions.
Oh no.
Luckily our augmentations have built up to this point and we can pretty much cheese it. So yeah.
And still with a ghost rank as well. That's what makes it all the more impressive. So yeah.
And a pacifist rank as well, let's not forget. This is a very linear mission, that's the exit, but if we double back, there's just one little location I want to get in. So in here, there's some more credits, not that you need them, software, and a computer password.
I like you acknowledged all of those things, but ignored the dead guy. There's also a corpse in here.
There's also a way to shut off the electricity that you just walked over.
Oh.
Cool.
Nice.
Now I have a way out that I'm not going to use. So yeah, you can actually crawl through the pipes where I disarmed the frag mine to get to that if you don't have the hacking ability. But here's a little location. We're kind of skipping ahead. That's the location we need to go to, the elevator at the end. But seeing as the map's going to be spammed with enemies later, we're not going to get a chance to explore. So let's have a little peep around. We don't need to hack anymore.
Just throw hacking machines at everything. Why not?
Grab them from the top shelf. And look, there's my favourite little robot in this for, what, the 3rd time we see it in this game?
Hooray.
Let's just open that boy up.
Now we have a robot friend!
Hey. He looks like a big dog.
Aww.
Aww. Robot. Yay.
I'd pet it if it wasn't potentially lethal, which I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. So here's something interesting. Project Hiram, remember that from the DLC? Looks like everything's coming into view.
Oh, wow.
It's some kind of computer system.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Hey,
I wonder what it
robot.
does.
Robot. So, again, this is just exploring for no reason whatsoever. There's nothing of value that we can find anymore. Like we're gonna pick up a shotgun now. You know, if you're playing a lethal run through, then you've got one.
I mean, that's the thing that kind of blows my mind about that is, like, this is getting to the end of the game now. This is,
Yeah.
so, you know, that point in the game where if you are hoarding items, they're essentially going to go to waste. So, surely the game would just start unloading at this point, just giving you all the high caliber, dangerous stuff in case you want to end the game efficiently. I don't know.
Pritchard, Panchaea's broadcast center is at the base of the station near the bottom of the ocean. Is that right?
But the lockdown caused all the blast doors to seal. You won't be able to go down until you override them manually.
From up in the tower. I got it.
Yeah, no, the game throws, like, gives you some plasma guns here and there, and some ammo for the higher tier weapons like the laser rifle, and for some reason the PEP's the most useless weapon in the game, which I'm carrying for some reason. I never use it. Anyway, hey, let's go through the kitchen, raid it. We got Cyber Boost, we're gonna use that. We got some delicious buns.
Buns. Very nice.
Fucking hell, it looks worse than your sink in here.
No, it doesn't. It's not as bad as mine.
Some beautiful fire effects on my favourite channel. My favourite channel.
Yay. I love the televisions. God, the amount of dead dudes in this place. I know there was literally a chaotic outbreak just now, but hot damn. That is a lot of dead people.
There are some alive people that haven't had augmentations or been caught up, like this guy who's talking to the wall. The annoying thing is, if you run past that wall, he hears you, and you lose your ghost rank.
What,
and you have to be careful about putting this fridge down.
Is he a hostile, or...?
No, he's a panicked civilian who will attack you because this is a zombie game now.
Oh.
Okay, I hear it. Look.
But they even do the jittering, like murmuring to themselves.
The other side.
Like, they've gone full out horror.
Well, that's what you get for being an innocent, you jerk.
God, it's so bloody messy in here. We have some grenade launcher, we have some sleeping people.
They're just going for a nap.
I don't even know why I'm picking these things up. I'm just a hoarder at this point.
That's the conundrum you come to at the end of every, like, RPG game. Every JRPG that's ever existed is where you just look through your extensive list of items and you think to yourself, I'm not going to use any of this. I might as well start unloading.
Speaking of unloading, I should probably take care of these. Jensen wants his cyber protein.
Yeah, get swole.
Those are super useful at this stage of the game. But look at this lovely JPEG vista. Look at that.
That's very pretty.
I can almost see the curved JPEG around that window.
So why would you have a map painting in a video game where you can generate the actual thing?
So, you remember in our last LP there was that toilet covered in blood and feces?
Was that in SWAT 4 or...?
Yeah, SWAT 4. I found another messy toilet.
Wow. It's going to be an ongoing theme in all LPs we do is dirty toilets.
Yeah, I'm not going to allow an undirty toilet in any video game that I play. That sounded weird.
We'll mob them in if we need to.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not so much world building at this stage. I mean, yeah, you can look through all the pipes, you can pick up the guns, but you know, most of the upgrades we don't have a use for.
Well, how much more can you build a world after it's gone to hell is the question.
Well, at this stage, I think this was more rushed. I'm not really sure. But, you know, it's not as great as the rest of the game, but it's really wrapping things up. It kind of falls apart, and there's a lot of controversy around the ending, but I'll explain to that when we get to it. Good thing I got those elite skills, though. Whoa.
Whoa, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, I remember distinctly getting to the end of this game and having very mixed feelings about the whole ordeal.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the reason why we're in here is to get to that computer. There's actually a turret at the end of the corridor that we can see that will turn hostile against us. We can actually shoot it and no one will hear us. But, you know...
Why not take the easy approach?
Yeah. Also, when enemies spawn in, it's not going to shoot them and kill them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I keep saying enemies, they're civilians.
But again, it's silly to me that, you know, even if you're not the one who does the killing, anybody dying around you still loses your pacifist rank.
Well, that's my favourite channel again.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, here's Hugh Darrow.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. But human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
Love those frame rate birds.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchaea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
So it's been a while since we've had one of these. It's super easy, you just look at their personality, try it, and see how they react.
What you're doing is horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own, or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes. Unavoidable? No. Even as I listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion. Well, so be it.
I've been beating people up and knocking people out this whole time, Hugh.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
But they can't think that. They'll be missing the point. Don't you see? I created people like you. I made it possible for you to happen. If fate had dealt me a different hand, then perhaps neither of us would be here. Isn't it obvious how fate is now conspiring to overtake us both, to grind us beneath her wheels? We must see this through, lest people like you continue to evolve and destabilize society.
Yeah, this is definitely where the game sort of falls apart with its conversation tree, and Hugh Darrow collapses as a character. There's a lot of lost potential, and I'm pretty annoyed at the direction they took him.
You know, I've always wondered about that leg brace of yours. Why the father of augmentation doesn't have the most basic of implants. Doesn't make much sense, really. Unless he's one of the few people genetically incompatible with this technology. Gotta love the irony in that. It's the kind of irony that can tear you up inside, bit by bit, every day, until you find yourself despising what you're not.
How dare you? You think I've done all this because a fluke of nature robbed me of my chance to become a part of it? I tried everything, damn you! Everything I could think of to change! None of it worked! None of it!
So you had to fix it, didn't you? Take back control, make it like it never was.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what have I done?
Give me the codes, Darrow. Help me stop this.
You'll still be in danger. Panchaea's security system, much of it is self-determining and lethal. But if you succeed, if these codes help you turn off the system and reach the broadcast center, tell the world exactly why I did it. Explain to them about the Illuminati, the biochip, Panchaea. Help them understand that the technology I created will not be a future any one of us desires.
Yes, Jensen, tell the world that I'm a petty child who, because I can't have a thing, no one can.
I know, it's just...
Honestly, it's an utter ruination of what had a great potential to be a character with sort of a very high regard and a lot of deep philosophy behind him.
The codes should help you shut down the Hyron project, Panchaea's security system. When you see it, you will understand. There is no room for this technology in the world.
He's just an egotist. He's just a self-centered egotist. God damn.
Keep you. Use the codes and shut down the signal. When you do, the fate of the world will be in your hands.
There's nothing wrong with this technology. You're the arsehole who's ruined everything.
Yeah, I mean... Come on. This is where I feel like the story was rushed a lot. And again, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have, you know, the smartest writing, and up until now, Deus Ex has been dealing with sort of themes of Renaissance-era philosophy, and then it goes and, you know, ruins it all and fucks it all over by the father of technology, who seems to be this very smart and intelligent man, just goes, "There, it sucks, because I can't have it."
Disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Francis. I think that's the last time we ever hear from him now.
Oh no! Radio friend!
He appears in DLC for Mankind Divided. But hey, this is my new sneaking technique that we'll be using in the rest of the video. It's called going invisible and going silent and running past everyone. It is the easiest way to sneak. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It was for their own good.
We still have to wait for a few patrols here and there, because if we press their button and the doors open, then the guy walking towards us sees us. And when everyone turns hostile, then they all crowd towards you. It's literally zombies, you know.
The thing that bothers me about this is, like, if you didn't have the invisibility augmentation, this would be impossible. I'm pretty damn sure.
It wouldn't be impossible, it'd be difficult. It's difficult and long-winded.
Fair enough.
But hey, look, here's the location we were at before.
Oh, hey. That it
Yeah.
is.
Now there's people standing there. You know, we pressed a button and then suddenly everyone turned up out of nowhere. Even upstairs. A little robot dog's enjoying itself.
Yeah, sure, why not?
But yeah, there's it's good at building an atmosphere. They at least know how to copy Resident Evil 4. Because everyone's sort of muttering to themselves, and it sort of builds atmosphere that this is a broken world now.
I think this effect would be a bit better if it was in a more industrial location.
What,
Like,
as
maybe if
opposed to
they'd-
the industrial location that it is.
Okay, not industrial. I'd say like a populated locations. Say like one of the hub worlds, like Detroit or
You'd want to see
Hong
Detroit
Kong.
in this state, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, even as a bit of news footage, like Eliza Cassan reporting on it. You know, we'd be seeing like footage from Detroit that maybe she mocked up. Maybe she was saying, oh, nothing's wrong because the Illuminati wants to keep it a secret. So they'd be having her editing out the people and showing augmented people walking around.
Be also nice to see characters that we've like seen before in the game and how it's affecting them.
Later on, there's an opportunity to see our old friend from the police district if we didn't knock him out. If we gave him a job at Seraph Industries. But hey, with only a few people around, there's large open areas with nothing to explore, which have a lot of the people around. But instead, we can rob them. There's something else up ahead.
Oh hey,
A survivor! Hooray!
but one who isn't a jerk.
A limb clinic! Hooray!
What? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't make on me. I just blocked the entrance up with a bloody refrigerator or some shit, and with my dead friend next to me.
She's just there like, yeah, business as always.
Yeah.
I'm still on the clock, even if the world has gone to hell. How can I help you, sir?
Literally.
You seem relatively normal, Nishvar?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here when things got out of control. So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself.
Yeah, we can buy more practice kits if we need.
Haha, good.
So, 2 as always, as any limb clinic, and we're also going to stock up on jars of cyber protein.
Aren't you already maxed out, or near enough?
Near enough. You know, I've got about 6 praxis points to spend, so
Get word of help?
Cool.
Please come back.
we're just going to spend those. As for this clerk, yeah, we can't go back and save her. That mechanic hasn't been set in. So anyway, what can we get? I'm just going to decide. Yeah, let's get a bigger radar. Let's that would have helped us in the last boss fight. We wouldn't have been blinded. Now this is actually going to be useful. Lung capacity and battery life. The reason being is because we're going to be sprinting past people while being invisible.
Ah, right, got it.
Yeah, we got 1 more to spend. Let's just put it on something pointless. Why not?
Hooray. Should we put back the vending machine out of decency, or no? Okay.
No mechanics.
You're on your own, lady.
This is William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
Oh, Taggart wants to be saved. The guy that hates augmentations. I guess this is only backing up his beliefs.
Yeah, we kind of justified that in a big way.
So we actually have a objective marker leading us straight towards the end, past all this, but as sort of side bits we can go and talk to William Taggart and David Seraph.
Cool.
But yeah, this is how we're doing things now. Silent step and invisibility, and it drains through all our battery life, but it saves so much time.
I love it. Just do, walking past all the danger.
No sheet. Oh look, a security camera. How will we get past this? I guess we'll just do this. Yeah. If you don't actually hug the wall when you do this, it can see you. So you save, like, you take up half the amount of space by hugging the wall.
Fair enough then.
They are the savables, and by savables I mean you go up, talk to them, and then leave. Because it's... Nope. So, where am I going? Straight forwards, and, hello? Oh, Jensen took a wrong turn at Albuquerque again. Oh well. Instead of go through the door, let's go through the ceiling. Sup, mofs?
Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people. Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation, rules governing how the technology is developed, and laws that ensure it's used for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like
that guy just staring at the wall.
Jensen.
He's in timeout.
Certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited powers so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving, and you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal. Then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it.
So yeah, Taggart's part of the Illuminati, and the Illuminati is having trouble regulating augmentations. Yeah, conspiracy theories starting to fall apart in this game. You know, I think Taggart's ending is meant to be the canon one, judging by the events of Mankind Divided. Only the Illuminati didn't, you know, doctor society's views like they do in this game. They let them go wild, so, you know, there's the mechanical apartheid.
And the division of mankind, if you will.
Yeah, that's very good. Gold star, A+.
I did it. I did the thing. I'm good at commentating. I win. Oh, I thought you were like, damaging somebody there. Okay, cool.
No, we just get to turn off some cameras.
Oh,
And a robot. That's it.
that's all we need.
So that's the other way in. If you want to go by people, you can literally jump over these and no one will see you.
This is now just Super Jensen brothers.
Not even slightly, no.
I just mean in terms of platforming over everyone.
At some point in the LP, someone complained that I don't show maps. Someone complained that I'm not a Wikipedia. This LP isn't a Wikipedia, and you have to watch the videos and follow along. So that was me figuring out the different levels because I was kind
Isn't
of
that
lost.
the distinct difference between a Let's Play and a walkthrough, though? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
David, they were very upset. They called you a
Okay,
muggle
that's
cunt.
fine. I'll roll with that. I've been called
Understandable,
worse.
though. So now we're going to find Sarif. We don't get him triggering a phone call until we get towards the exit that we can see along that long tube there. But there appears to be some massive hole that we can go down. Do you want to fall down a massive hole
Let's jump in the massive hole!
to get to our boss? Do you want to do that over and over again?
Yeah, this sounds like fun. Whoosh.
Can't even fall 2 feet without activating the Icarus system.
Hey, when you've got it, you may as well use it. Who needs leg strain?
So here's a massive hole that you can fall down if you've got the Icarus system. Whee!
Ah, fun times! Oh, hello. You're literally surrounded by dudes.
And there goes the ghost
Ah.
ramp. That's why we don't use it. We're going to take the long
Okay.
way.
That would have been so good, though.
So yeah, using the technique, make sure you don't bump anyone who appears to be some kind of mosh pit.
Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please! Help us!
So now we're going to meet David Seraph once again. We're going to see our boss for about... It's been 3 years. might
Yeah,
as
why
well.
not?
See this game's version of William Tesla. Entrepreneur and philanthropist. His ending is more, let's have augmentations go along. You know, although it's lying to the public, I agree with it because he's determined for progress. That's what
That's
he
the one I
wants.
would agree with.
He's
Like,
also-
hex, yeah, why not?
He's really into, like I said, he's a philanthropist. He's obsessed with transhumanism, which I appreciate. He's a pure character. He's not part of the Illuminati. Spoilers for the next 2 minutes when we're about to see him. But yeah, he's got intentions. His just methods are a bit questionable. But this is how you sneak through this area. You jump on top of the pipes. I like this because it's less obvious
Right.
and it's more, what can I cling to? Sort of like Dishonored, only that you don't stop every 5 seconds or just give up and teleport.
Was that a little dig at Dishonored there by any chance?
I'm alright with Dishonored.
Okay.
I don't like the moral system. but I like the game. If you remove the everything other than the gameplay, it's a fairly enjoyable.
Oh, good, great.
Rather annoyingly, the only real way past these guys is through the vents, because the other way means you have to move machinery, and they hear you. But if you do take the way through the shop floor, you run into well, I forget his name, but your old buddy from the police station. If you got him a job at Surf Industries.
Oh, cool.
So if you don't use the pheromone system, then and you convince him with words, then he's your friend.
Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, Hugh. We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Seraph. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
Nah, it'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it.
I'll think about it.
I'll consider it, why not?
He's more of an Elon Musk than a Tesla. He's a bit more charismatic.
Do I know you? You're Sarah's boy, aren't you? Jensen. Are you here to stop the carnage? Someone needs to take charge here.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The thing that kind of gets me about this is that everyone seems to want to scapegoat everybody else.
Yeah.
It's just a blame game.
It's almost as though no one wants to... Well, I guess Darrow wants to accept responsibility. That's the whole point. If we didn't manage to convince him, then we'd have had to kill him for the passcode.
Oh, wow, really? Fair enough.
Yeah, so don't fail, you know.
Tell me you're here to rescue us? God, I had to crawl through the ventilation to avoid the part.
Yeah, you and me both. Protein.
Just chowing down the bars. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
A whole 20-kilogram box, whole 5-kilogram box. He's carb loading.
This is just Adam Jensen's very, very surreal diet.
Yeah, he's carb loading. He's gaining mass. He's cultivating mass. Yeah. God, if that guy took longer. So you can see why we grabbed all of the energy that we could to stealth past those guys. Because that guy was blocking the doorway and we couldn't get out anywhere else. If you take the other way, then you can't exactly get up. Someone always spots you.
God, this final mission
very easy.
requires you to approach in a very specific fashion.
It's very linear. Speaking of linear, there's 2 ways around this area.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, look at this. So, some kind of quarantine, and that's the bridge we have to get across.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so 2 ways through this. If we can breathe smelly poo gas, then what you can do with a level 5 hack.
Or the instant hacking machine if you've got one.
Access granted.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't use it. I guess I missed hacking. But yeah, you can turn the turret hostile and kill everyone there. be a murderer. Some gas grenades I'm not going to use. Another hacking device I'm not going to use.
Yep, fair enough.
Just got a hoard. It will carry over if we do the New Game Plus in the Director's Cut. But this isn't that. There is actually an achievement for getting so many credits and so many augmentations in one run.
Do you have enough in this playthrough to get those achievements or not?
I can't remember. I may have got the achievement in another playthrough.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. You gotta get those achievements and trade all your achievement points in at Microsoft headquarters for your food rations.
I feel achievements, they're not really so much of a thing anymore, but I feel they would have been so much better if you could cash them in for...
They are, actually.
Oh, really? Well, I feel they'd be more worth it if you could cash them in for, like, I don't know, discounts or actual games and stuff.
PlayStation used to do that. Trophies used to do that on the PlayStation.
See, that's awesome. I can get behind that. It's like a reward for playing.
I don't know if they still do it, but I'm not really into them. But hey, that's the last of the sneaking we're going to have to do in this game. Now we've just got to go 300 meters below the ocean floor.
Oh, fun times!
And look at this lovely.
Don't need
vista.
to stealth from the fish.
So there's no turning back, as though we're really going to want to turn back. There's nothing to do. So until next time, only one final episode. Bye bye. Yeah, there's no loading screen. You have to sit through the whole elevator ride and look at nothing.
Why?
And I'm gonna make you suffer with me.
There's no point to that, but okay, I guess.
There's no point to your suffering.
I guess it's to give you
Witness
an
what I
idea of the
have.
grand scale of what we're about to see, but...
You know, in Metal Gear Solid 3 it had the music. It had the music during the long ladder climb. This game has nothing. This just has the ambient soundtrack it plays.
Oh, and don't knock that whirring sound effect, though. Gotta love that.
A misty industrial place. This actually reminds me of the opening of Mankind Divided. You're in a similar location.
I
think you are at Panchaea, actually, in the opening.
I do need to play that game at some point.
But yeah, now we're at the end of the
Okay,
video.
bye, for reals this time. Bye.
The next cutscene is just at the end of this corridor. You got all these dead bodies.
Give us your stuff.
Some Cyber Boost pack. A box of chocolates. For me.
I shouldn't have.
Painkillers? I'll need those after that long ride.